Okay, it is the 8th of December. A few weeks to go to the old Father Christmas. So I thought I'd jump online, usual spot on a Monday. Got a fresh GX golf glove on, one of their all-weathers. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you played some golf the weekend. And you enjoyed yourself, most importantly. Normally ties in with playing well, right? Got a new video coming out tomorrow, 9 o'clock. Those of you that are members can now find it on the channel. It is live. If you want to join the channel, it's $4.99 a month. You get free access to all of my content early. All of my content early. It is coming out, and it is all about release. Release of the golf club. Release of the golf club. Did you watch the Hero World Challenge this weekend? It was a cracker. I was at a wedding Saturday, Nick Doherty's wedding, got married. Nice to see Nick. Hang out with a few of the Sky crew as well. Ran into Henny, off to Dubai. Gonna be doing a live golf thing. Just brushing a few 7-irons away here. Just working on some wrist angles. Just getting that face to path always in check. Making sure. Talking about the release in my latest video that's coming out tomorrow. Look out for that. Drops at 9 o'clock. Drops at 9 o'clock. Getting out on the golf course tomorrow, shooting some content. Dr. Jürgen. Hey, Dr. Jürgen. Got your email to Precision Golf about golf trips and clinics. I'm going to come back to you on that. Got some stuff being lined up in Europe, so stay tuned for that. If you're interested in golf clinics in Europe, just teeing up a venue as we speak. It'll be sort of a bit of a seminar, bit of a clinic on the range, a little bit of coaching out on the golf course. So stay tuned. All of the info will be coming soon. Will be coming soon. Got a few other bits and pieces coming in the pipeline as well, which is exciting stuff that you're going to benefit from. Stay tuned for that. If you're tuning into the feed, let me know where you're watching from. Always love hearing your tales of daring do on the golf course. Good few of you online now. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for dropping by. Hopefully you'll strike it a bit better than that. Oh, we've got a question coming from Mike Beasy. Quick question. I hit the ball really low on the golf mats. What would the cause of that? Normally, angle of attack. This box on the far left-hand side here, that can tend to be a way golfers will react to hitting off of a mat. Can be hitting down on it more than you should do. The other ingredient is that it allows you to really up the ante of whatever you're working at when you're on the mat. Of course, when you're on a mat, it's like one ball mentality, right? On the golf course is completely different to what you're doing on a range mat. So if you're working on bowing your wrist, which I wouldn't advise, that'll really get the ball coming out super low. So just be conscious of what you're working on when you're on a mat. If you want to let me know what you're working on, I might be able to give you more insight into why that might be. Hope that helps, Mike, and thanks for stopping by and thanks for asking the question. Really appreciate that. How about the new GX Golf Gloves bag? Have you seen that? Absolute beauty. Absolute beauty. New to the studio. Dr. Jürgen, watching from Germany. Great to have you along with us. Billy, hey Billy. Hi Stuart from Ireland. Thanks, Billy. Nice to hear from you. You're someone that comments quite regularly on the channel. Appreciate that, as do yourself. Look, it feels like Dr. Jürgen, you've been a recent founder of my channel. Would that be true? That was a nice one. That was a nice one. Oof. Oof. If you double tap the screen, just double tap it, it gives it a little like and it helps it grow far and wide. I'm here for an hour, going to be here till 2 o'clock UK time. So if you could do that for me, that would be incredible. Martina says hi. Hi, Martina. Oh, Martina. I think I've got that right. Magna Force Gaming. Hello from Scotland. Oh, whereabouts in Scotland are you from, Magna Force? Where are you from and what sort of gaming do you do? Welcome along. Is it a bit chilly in Scotland? Nice to have you along. Glasgow. Lovely. Lovely. Glasgow. Thanks, buddy. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Hey, how about that? And not much anymore. Was all shooters. It was all shooters. I'm done. Oh, okay. Don't do it so much anymore. Gave up on that vocation. Now it's just golf. Oh, fantastic. Well, what'd you play off? Where'd you play? Share. Gerald, hey Gerald. Hello to you, sir. Thanks for stopping by. Let me know if you've got any golf questions. Just doing my thing, my usual preset drill here, getting me working that golf club away in the correct manner. When I look at it, so I've got the screen here where all the questions come up. Let me just show you. So as I'm streaming, this is what I'm looking at here. So I can see all of your questions in here. So that's what I'm doing when I'm looking over here. But what it also allows me to do is it allows me to show my my takeaway. Gives me a chance to work on it in real time, which is it's quite handy. Magnaforce, got a question? Yeah, shoot, Magnaforce. Can the right shaft add 30 yards? No. No. The right shaft optimizes performance. To find 30 yards, spiggy. I mean, if you're really hitting clangers with an old shaft, maybe 30 would be a massive stretch. I might be wrong, but I can't imagine. I'll ask Simon, but I can't imagine a better shaft can find you 30. You know, if your face to path is a long way out because you're whacking across it, and then as you have a fitting, the fitter goes, just do a little bit of this. And then your face to path goes from +5 to -1. You could find 30 yards like that. But if you went from one shaft to the next shaft, very unlikely. I have a Sim Max and was using the one that came in it, 310, 320 with it. I changed to an extra stiff and hitting 280. Yeah, maybe. Look, my speciality is golf swings, equipment and what it can do for you. not my speciality. I think what you specialise in, stick to that. So I check into a Monday Night Live. There's not one this week, but there's normally a Monday Night Live on the Precision Golf channel that we answer all of those types of questions, and Simon will be able to give you an absolute firm answer on that, Magnaforce. I think the really a better shaft is trying to sort out your consistency and delivery of the club. Any tips for low spin through the entire bag, even on solid strikes? Yeah, this is something that has really, what a great question, Eric. Great question. So, for you, my friend, I'm going to bring up the spin box. There's a guy I coach every Wednesday morning. He's an absolute champion. And he likes to have a lot of boxes up. So those of you that are consistent watchers of my channel will know that I like to have angle of attack, club path, face angle, face to path as my 4 boxes, the only ones that you need. And really, you only need the face to path value, really. But anyway, so I've got the spin rate up. And the spin rate, JDEX, hey JDEX, nice to have you with me. Thanks for dropping by. So this spin rate, because the golfing world had a slice, right? So people had shots that were like this, right? So on the way back, they'd have an open club face. And then on the way through, they'd cut the ball up into the sky and they'll chop it off to the right. So that's a 7-iron. Then what happened was everyone worked out that if they get themselves a hook grip, a really strong grip, now it could be in your left hand or right hand, as soon as you take, and I'll bring up the box, the face to path box, and then I'll bring up the dynamic loft box. What happens is that face to path box that causes the slice, that adds more dynamic loft. Now forget the slice for a minute. As soon as the dynamic loft comes down for the same golf club, as soon as that dynamic loft comes down, watch what happens to the spin rate. So the dynamic loft came down and the spin rate came down. So what happened was the world over, all of the golf coaches gave everyone hook grips. If you didn't have a hook grip, they would ask you to bow the wrist, and the bowing of the wrist made the face to path value negative. And as soon as that face to path became negative, the spin rate came down. That was in the way of having a really strong grip. So if you've got a really strong grip, what you need to do is add loft on the way back. And what I mean by adding loft is start to cup your wrist a bit more. Because as soon as you start to get a slightly more lofted golf club or a more cupped wrist angle through a weaker hold, let's say, what you'll end up doing is you'll end up adding more spin to your golf shot. Because you'll now start to see the bottom left-hand corner. So if you've got a strong grip or you've bowed your wrist, you need to work against both of those, because that'll ultimately will take down your spin rate. That's it's a bit of a sweeping statement, but that generically is how you'd want to increase your spin rate. If you then weaken your grip or you weaken your wrist angles, more cup, less bow, and you start hitting the ball to the right, you want to think about how you change the height of your grip through strike that you had to offset by bowing your wrist or making your grip stronger. If we all had a better measurement on the grip, which we don't with TrackMan, if we were able to measure the grip height, we would have a much better insight into what's changing. So the grip going high opens the face, more inside out, makes you bow. That takes all the loft off. Long-winded answer, but hopefully that gives you an idea of why you have low spin. Alex, I now overcompensate for over the top and come through too narrow. Any advice? Too narrow? Do you mean too narrow? Too narrow? If that's what you mean, take your golf club in your right hand, put your lead hand under your right elbow and make some swings. What this will do is it will make you feel the right arm longer. It will stand your right shoulder up and give you more width in your downswing. That will fix that for you. Roy, hi Stu. Hi Roy. I have a good grip. Are you sure? But I have a tendency to flip my right hand after impact. I often end up with a chicken wing. What's the proper release I should feel with my left wrist? The proper release, well, I'm talking about exactly that in my next video, which is releasing tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. If you take your lead hand, and if you've got the grip in the right place that I talk about, you will feel like your fingernails are pointing away from you at address. Then you grip the club. Fingernails pointing away from you, then you grip the golf club. Now what I want you to do is when you hit a golf shot is feel like your left hand externally rotates the forearm. When that happens, to stop the chicken wing, you need to make sure that your lead leg lengthens, which opens up your hip. Opening up your hip will open up your shoulder, which will give you the chance to make your left arm longer, which will completely kill off your chicken wing. Do that, you'll never worry again. Nicholas from Atlanta. Beautiful. Thanks for stopping by, Nicholas. Range practice going well. This is good news. Thanks for instruction. You are welcome. Sometimes I find I focus on the backswing instead of just doing it. Seems to cause drift for the worst. Any thoughts? Drift, when you mean drift, you mean you slide off the ball? Well, if that happens, use the wedges, get the wedges underneath that right foot and really get that right leg pushing. Drift off the golf ball, if that's what you're talking about, comes from too much activation of your lead foot. Another way to go about that, if you don't want to get yourself some wedges, get your feet together, make a backswing, and as you make a backswing, step towards the target. And if you step towards the target, you will start to activate your trail leg in your backswing rather than your lead leg. When you think about load into the leg, there's two ways of loading a trail leg. One, you can accept the weight, and that is a push from the left and an accepting of the weight into your right foot. Or you can use your right foot to create force in the opposite direction the golf club is moving in. If you had a pressure pad underneath your right foot, that pressure pad would create force or measure force when you dumped your weight into it that would come from energy from the left. And it will also make an activity if you pushed off your right. There's two ways of loading that right leg. The way the golfing world has tended to want to load it is to turn and load into it, which is what causes right hips high, spines tipped towards the target, short back swings, lifted arm pitches, and all that stuff. Hope that helps. J-Dex, one of your previous live sessions, you answered my question about driver setup, okay? And I want to say thank you. You are welcome. Fantastic. That helped me and saw improvements in performance. I play weekly inside a simulator. Fantastic. Thank you so much for that feedback. Greatly appreciated. Nicholas said he ordered the wedges and TheraBands last week. We'll be trying them out. Fantastic. Good stuff, Nicholas. Good stuff. Let's just get rid of that. Gerald Sturgis, he says, I've experienced handle out in combination with left leg pushing back. Creates the handle down automatically. Club head speed seems to increase. Is that impact imaged or imagined or real? It is absolutely real, because the more that you make that grip move towards you through strike, the more the club head, can you see how that club head starts to swing out to the right? Look where the grip is going. Look where the grip is going. Look where the club head is going. Look where the club head is going. So it's not imagined at all. It is absolute truth. Absolute truth. Good to hear it, Gerald. Nice job, my friend. Nice job. Let's pop my usual boxes back up. Let's pop those back up. So take dynamic loft away, spin away, attack angle, club path, face angle, face to path. The magic four. The magic four. It's so lovely to hear when people come into the studio and they know the 4 boxes. If you know the 4 boxes, you've got clarity on what's going to give you good striking. It's your angle of attack. What's going to give you good shape in the sky. That's your face to path. And if you know about the angle of attack and the face to path values, you'll know to leave well alone of your club path and face angle. Connor Webb, hello from South Carolina. Welcome along to the show. Connor, thanks for being with me. Rob Bowles said hi. Hello to you, Rob. Connor has a question, quick question. Does foot placement when hitting irons affect range, or is it just the irons themselves? Placement when hitting irons affect range. Can you elaborate on affect range, or is it just the irons themselves? When you mean range, do you mean distance? If your feet are too narrow, you can't create angular force. If the feet are too narrow, it's only straight up. And what we want to have is a bit more angular force. So you can see that that club shaft, the wider I go with my feet, can you see how the angle gets greater? So therefore, I can create more force in an angular direction. Now, obviously, this is too much. If you have your feet too narrow, that's when you get no angular force that keeps your pelvis more centered and rotating. Let me know, Connor, what you mean by that. Distance, yes. Okay, perfect. So I just answered that for you. Hope that helps. Because the more that you get that shoulder width apart, that's why shoulder width apart is a really good measurement. It creates that angle that allows that right leg to push that hip back and that left leg to push that hip back. Because ultimately that right hand in your downswing when you're pulling on the golf club will encourage you to move towards the target. And we're looking for that pull to offset that left leg. Give that a go. Eric? For a driver, do you teach having a different feel for swing, or are the differences mostly in setup? Look, the swing phase in the golf swing is exactly the same as a feeling whether you're meeting the ball early in your setup or late in your setup. So let's say 3 ball placements, driver, 7-iron, pitching wedge. So there are the 3 ball placements. Now what it feels like when you make contact with the golf ball, if the grip was in the same spot and I struck the ball back here, compared to what it would feel like if I struck the ball here, compared to what it would feel like if I struck the ball here, would be different from where the club is being struck with that leverage point. But what I'm actually trying to apply is exactly the same for all 3 shots. Just feels different based on where the ball is in the circle. Hope that helps. Ricardo, hello from Guatemala. Well, I have to say, that's a first. How much golf is going on in Guatemala? Share with me. What's the name of your golf course? We'll give it a shout out. That's fantastic. Billy Burns, Stuart, can you do a session on chipping from 1 or 2 yards to a near pin? It's coming. It's coming. Costing me 4 or 5 shots around, find myself putting all of the time even through, putting all of the time even through the rough. So the biggest killer when it comes to 1 or 2 yards chipping, and that is angle of attack, because the acceleration of the grip is too great. Think about it. Let's think about it logically. And it's like, come closer. It's like logic goes out the window when it comes to this golf instruction lark. If we deal with the levers and the energy our body makes, it's all super simple. I absolutely promise you. Okay, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you about the chipping. So we've got a short little chip shot. 1 or 2 yards, you say, Billy. I take the grip back to here. Now, when you're used to moving the grip, you're used to accelerating really quickly. Now, if you accelerate really quickly, look at how far ahead of the golf ball the club head gets. And in doing that, your angle of attack will be massively down. So what you need to feel like is in transition, that the grip doesn't move faster than the head. It wants to feel like the head is almost going to be the first thing to move. Now, if you've got a good takeaway and you watched my takeaway video that I released Friday last week, you'll recognize, let me just do that, it's a new update on TrackMan that we can't get rid of, which is driving me wild. When you get the club loading correctly here, when you make the club head feel like it moves first, when you hit a chip shot, your angle of attack won't be too much. Did it get that? No, it didn't. But when you have a club head that's back here, if you were to do the same feeling that I just encouraged you to do, you'd hit it fat. But if you had the club head taken away in the right manner and you made it feel the same way, you'd get the right strike. So watch that takeaway video, and then when you do that, make the club head move first in those 1 or 2 yard chip shots. And I promise you, I just promise you, that you will fix them forever. Hope that helps, Billy. Let me know. Connor, distance, yes. Okay, so we did that. Ricardo, I'm confused. The head, face and shaft in the same line or a bit forwards? So the ball position, so driver, 7-iron, and pitching wedge. So here we have our golf balls and our setup. So the club grip stays in the same spot for all 3 ball positions. And so therefore, can you see that with the grip being in the same spot for all 3 clubs, can you see that the shaft lean at address will be different? But where the grip is at setup will be the same. And what you feel with the difference between your lead arm and the club head at strike, that shot there compared to the sand iron, can you see one will feel like the head got there first and one will feel like the grip got there first? But what I'm trying to do is exactly the same for all 3 clubs. It's just that the ball is placed in a different spot. Oops. The ball is placed in a different spot, and therefore the sensation will be different because of it. Does that make sense? Let me know. It's important to me. Jadex, when you load in your right leg, do you still keep some flex in the knee, or do you straighten it completely? You don't straighten it completely. The more right hip action you have, the more this hip moves away from that foot, and if it moves away from that foot, it will tend to make the right leg longer. You shouldn't really lock it out because you disable a limb when you lock it out, but it should go a little bit longer. Hope that helps. Brilliant questions, team. Excellent, excellent. Because, you know, these lives get 2,000 to 5,000 views. And with so many people watching them, these questions people can watch back and learn a lot from. I get a lot of comments after these lives. So big thanks to you for firing these questions in, because they really do help people that can't catch these lives at the time. And, you know, just going back to that takeaway, you know, there's the wedge. So that's the wedge that I did in that video. Go check that video out. So I move the grip down and in. I move the club head up. Now, if I was to do that chipping feel, the club head swing down, the club head will meet the ball. if I make the club head swing in and under, and I make the club head move first, you can see how it whacks out here. So that takeaway of the grip down and under you, club head is up, is absolutely how we want to get that takeaway working along those lines. Hope that helps. A nice few of you on now. Double tap that screen for me. Honestly, it would mean the world to me. Well, I mean, I'd appreciate it. Maybe not the world, bit of an overplay that, but it'd be really appreciated. Just double tap the screen. It's free to do it. Doesn't cost you anything. Just double tap the screen, whatever you're watching on, and it just helps the likes, and it helps the stream move far and wide. Now, to some, having a big fat wedge like that in front of the golf ball would be terrifying, wouldn't it? Steve Smith, hey Steve, can you demonstrate how to hit high and low shots, i.e. when blocked behind by a tree? Apologies if you've done a video already and I've missed it. No problem, no problem. Happily do that. So what's the agenda? Hitting a high and low shot, we need to create less dynamic loft. So fundamentally, to hit the ball lower, I need to arrive back with a grip more in front of the club head. Now, when we take the grip and set up normally, if I move the grip more forwards, can you see that the face is going to become more open? So therefore, what I want to do for hitting a low one, I want to close the club face off, take my usual grip, and then push the grip forwards so that it squares the face off. And then I want to set up to the golf ball in that alignment. And then just make my usual swing. And what you'll find is the golf ball comes out super low. If you then want to encourage more loft, we've got to arrive back like this with the handle behind it. So therefore, when the club arrives with our normal grip ahead of the grip to add loft, can you see that the club face is pointing over my left shoulder? Therefore, I need to open the club face up, take my usual grip, then put the grip back until the face is back to square, and then set up to the ball in the same manner. And then when I hit it, now all of a sudden, I'll have way more flight on the golf ball, and the ball will take up much less angle of attack. The second one needs to be tied in with a good lie, trying to hit it high. That's how you hit the ball high and low. It's that simple. It's super simple. Hope that helps. There is answers for it all, my friends. Answers for it all. If you want to get around that and not preset it at address, what you need to do is be aware that when you're pulling on the golf club in transition, that you pull on it, you load it a bit more, you turn a little bit harder, i.e. using your left leg, and that will create that same impact condition without having to preset it, which will then give you more angle of attack and make the ball come out lower. If you then want to hit it higher without presetting it, what you're going to allow it to do is the grip to slow down earlier, club head to swing more and add more kink. So the angle of attack will then be less, and then the golf ball will fly much higher. There's a couple of ways of doing it. Hope that helps, Steve. Fantastic. Let me know how you're getting on still, Steve. Thanks for the question and stopping by. All this stuff really helps a lot of golfers out there that jump in and watch these lives. I'm going to bring the wedge back because I think takeaway is something that so many golfers are working on, aren't they? How often do you see down the range? I mean, Justin Thomas, right? I mean, blimey. I mean, how as a full-time golfer you know, full-time golfer, not fixed is takeaway. Laughable. Anyway, there you go. All good fun. All good fun. Send him a link. If you know Justin Thomas, send him a link to my video on takeaway. Video dropping tomorrow, folks, 9 o'clock. If you're a member of the channel, you can check that out now. It's live on the channel. And if you aren't a member, free member, member is a big word, makes you think of money. To join the channel, it's £4.99, that's not a lot of money. And you get to see the content early. If you want to be a member of my WhatsApp community chat, which is absolutely free, go check it out. I'll drop a link in the video description. Go find it. Lil Boog 9776, cracking handle. How do you hit your irons more center and level club face? One is always on the toe, and on the monitor looks like I'm hitting it on a downhill slope, even though I'm hitting level like you are. So hitting it more on the toe can be often a case of someone trying to work too much inside to out. If you're hitting inside to out, you can see how the toe gets pulled towards the golfer, and therefore you strike it out the toe. If it feels like you're hitting too much on a downhill lie, it's because when you do that motion, it makes your angle of attack really light, and then a golfer will try and steepen his spine angle to hit more down. So you can see inside out, hits it off the toe. Now if I tip my right shoulder up, I've kept everything the same. I tip my right shoulder up. It now allows me to hit down on it. And that's why the golfing world is in a mess. Anyway, get off your soapbox, Stuart. So if you were to not think about swinging inside out, and you got yourself this drill here, and got yourself hitting some of those, and after you've done a few of those, you then got yourself a broom. You're welcome, Lil Bogue. To get rid of it, get yourself a broom, lift the broom up. First of all, when you lift the broom up, you immediately feel the pressure in the grip. Then take the broom level with the floor. Now move the broom back towards you, and now see how the club head lines back up. And when you get the grip going lower and the head higher, you can now see that in that delivery, compared to this delivery, this one, the club face, the broom is pointing at my TV. This one, the broom is pointing down towards my golf ball. From this one here, it allows me to keep my postural angles through strike. This one here, club's dropping out by my right foot, now makes me want to lift the right shoulder up and hit more down. Broom is the way, baby. Pickle Rick #1. What a cracking handle. Thank you so much for saying hi, Pickle. And Doug is in the house. Hello, Doug. Nice to see you, my friend. Hope the practice is in good shape. Going to be here for another 20 minutes or so. Say hi, let me know where you're watching from. Got a video dropping tomorrow. Have you seen it, Doug? You're a member of the channel. Sumi! Hi, how are you, Sumi? Nice to see you. Big love for Sumi. Thanks for dropping by, Sumi. Thanks for dropping by. Say hi to Dyer for me as well, won't you? If he's close by. If he's working, tell him to put down the phone and get involved in the live. Joking. MTDSTC, the broom can really help clean up a golf swing. You're talking my words, talking my language. Talking my language. So lovely. Sumi, I'm super pleased that you said hi. I have lots of people that say they watch the lives and they don't say hi. Not saying that you are that person, Sumi, but it's lovely to have you on. Bonjour, Jean. Bonjour to you too, sir. Bonjour to you. Got young Barnabas. Should we get Barney out? He's just woken up. Ah, hello. Hola. Hola, Sumi. ¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo está? Come on, Barney. Let's say hello to Barney. Come on, Abby, come. Abby, come. There he is. There's the boy. There's the boy. He was having a little sleep. Did some agility yesterday. Come here. Come here. Come sit here. Come sit here. Sit. Sit. Go on. Sit now. Sit now. Thank you. Sit. Sit. Get your bum down. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Sit down. Sit down. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come around here. Come around here. Come around here. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Go and sit your bum down. Go and sit your bum down, you soppy thing. Barney. Come on. Over here. Over here. We've got golf swings to fix. Sit down. Sit down. Good boy. Good boy. This is Barney, big agility boy. Him and his mum. Here, here, here. No, here, here. Sit, treat, treat, treat. Look how quickly that ball comes out of his mouth. Sit, sit. Good boy. And wait, and wait. Doug, did I see you cracking some way left-handed the other day? If so, any reason? Oh, yeah, so I put a video up on my feed the other day about hitting some shots left-handed. Let me get a left-handed golf club. Here's the left-handed golf club. There was no real reason. There was no real reason, Doug. Stay there, Barney. Stay there. Trackman won't get it over here. There we go. I was just hitting some left-handers the other day. I think it's always good fun. Stay there, Barney. That was out the heel. That wasn't very good. That wasn't very good. There we go. Yes, I was, Doug. Being a bit silly. Being a bit silly. Anyway, let's get back to the proper stuff. Have you played some golf, Sumi? Been playing golf in the sunshine? It's a bit mild today, having said that. Get that takeaway right. Going to be here for another 15 minutes. Let me know if you have any questions. Always happy to answer. Got young Christos in the house in a little while. Right, that one. Such a good drill. Makes me very aware on the way down. Allows me to pull on that golf club. Allows me to pull on that golf club. Good boy, Barney. Oh, question in. Question in. What have we got? Hi, Stu. Hi, S. Proby. Any tips for stopping my right hand turning on the weaker side and also loosening in the swing, causing the face to be very shut at the top? Thanks, Stewie. Stewie. Get yourself anything really. Get yourself something that you can jam in between your hand. Yeah. So I've trapped that glove in between my lead hand and trail hand. And then if you make a swing, come on, round here, round here, round here. Barney, here, or I should go back to your beddy. Sit down, sit down, sit down. So I've kept it on there, trapped it in. Now, when you hit a shot, because it's there, you'll be able to keep hold of it and not make the hand move. Hope that helps. David Rice, good morning, Stuart. Good morning, David. Good morning. Yes, we did play yesterday, and I had 25 over it last night. That is a good score. Going to practice range now with Ewan. Oh, Ewan's out there as well. Oh, dream, dream. Say hi to Yui for me as well. Great to hear from you. Great to hear from you. How's the weather out there? Is it nice? Is it nice? 20 odd degrees, I bet. 22 probably. Robert Kazukas 4231. Cheers from Windsor, Ontario. At setup, do you always line the club shaft to be in line with your left arm? I do, but as the club gets longer, so pitching wedge, the hand's in the same spot. Pitching wedge, 7 iron, 5 iron, 4 iron, driver. Can you now see how the arm is no longer in line with it? So the hand stays in the same spot, the ball progressively moves forwards, so it takes away the shaft length. Very simple stuff. 21 degrees. Beautiful, Sumi. Beautiful. What a dream. You're just going to lay there, aren't you? Hey? We'll get a free drop from you? Or are you just going to sit there? Hey? Come on. Come over here. Come on. Come on, over here. Come on, over here. Good boy. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Come on, sit down now, Popsy. Come on, sit down. Treat. Sit down. See, put my hand in my pocket. Don't you move. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Bosh. Getting a bit of a dab on. Getting a bit warm. No takeaway drill now. I need to practice more. Got to get on the seniors tour, right? Nice there. That'd be nice. Oh, is Barnabas his proper name? Barney. Barney is his proper name, but I just call him Barnabas. He's cute. Oh my God. Can't imagine life without him. He's just ridiculous. If you check out on Instagram, I posted him and my wife doing agility. Go to Good Golf Coaching on Instagram and you'll see my story today of him doing his agility practice. We rent this place over in Chertsey, this massive indoor arena, just for agility. It's incredible. Come over here. Come on, come on. Sit down. Sit down now. If you know working Cocker Spaniels, sit down. Good boy. If you know working Cocker Spaniels, they are high energy. Next level. That's probably a nice one. Thank you. You're super welcome. Just to say your drill with the Pilates board and putting the band down is awesome. Such good feels. Oh, you're super welcome. That's really nice to hear. Love the feedback. Please, if you watch my content and you have questions about it, just drop a comment. I'll always answer anyone, whether it's good or bad, I'll always answer. Just drop a line in the comments box. So I'm always trying to feel how that lead hand unravels and that left leg posts, and how that right shoulder is staying on top. Because when it's underneath me like that, it now feels like I've got such subtlety in control about hitting small little draw like that, and without doing too much, it makes me feel like I can make the same feel apply, and I now just hit a little bit of a peel to the right. So subtle. It's just a beautiful game. And then let's see if I can now give you all the zeros. See if I can give you all the zeros. Don't let me down now, Stuart. Don't let me down. Oh. I got 1 0 and 1 1. Does that count? You give me that one? It's pretty straight, isn't it? Oh, it feels good today, chaps and chapesses. It feels incredible. Going to be doing a live tomorrow, but going to be from somewhere different. Stay tuned for that, be in the afternoon. This is about as good as it's felt. And I put that down to that takeaway drill. It's like imagining I've got 100 kilos propped on the end of that golf club, and what it's feeling like I'm doing with the grip, pushing down, which encourages the kink, which then allows that right leg to work. Right leg to work, which pulls the grip inside with arm lift, and then I can pull, use the left leg. Do you think you will need extra distance on the seniors tour? I don't think so, Doug. I mean, I don't think so. I think just by virtue of swinging more, practicing more, playing more, I mean, that's a drill swing at 84 miles an hour. I would think I've got a 90 mile an hour 7-iron speed, I would think. Let's have a look. There you go, 90 mile an hour clubhead speed. I think that's fast enough. Comfortably. What do you think? I think it's fast enough. Yeah, absolutely. 100 yards and in, 100%. Changed my handle, still learning social media stuff. Hey Stuart, following all of your methods, or trying to at least, face the path mostly negative. Ball still pushed slightly left before it bends. Nothing wrong with that. If you want it to start slightly straighter, just fire that left leg a bit earlier. If you fire that left leg a bit earlier, you'll be able to pull that path around. So come closer. This is the trick. So when I want to fade it, first of all, I just make sure I aim the gun to the left. Then when I pull the golf club here, I make sure that I'm going a bit extra with my left leg. And all I then do is make sure that when I'm unloading the golf club, I have enough kink in that lead wrist. And there's the ball fading back. So when you're talking about trying to get your path a little bit straighter, just use your left leg a bit earlier. As long as you've got some energy in it at the top, as you've got energy in it, when you pull it, it's going to lengthen your leg and open your hip, which will start to pull the path line more left, then open face, and there's your fade. Rob bowls, dry. Can you show us face on how you're setting that club before going to the backswing? Yeah, of course I can. Absolutely. So it's effectively this drill here. Good question, Rob. So it's that, there's the pressure in the grip. That's what it looks like. You see? Yeah? Does that help? Hopefully. Jean-Michel Muir. Practicing your lessons for a few months, I feel the more difficult is to feel the load, but one day I'll do it. I feel more difficult is to feel the load. The load at the top or the pull, what load are you talking about? And I could be able to help you with that. Got a few minutes left. Would love to be able to give that to you if I can. Because the load comes in two areas. The right foot pushing into the left. There's one load. And then as I load the left leg, I pull the golf club. And when you do those two things, load, pull, those two ingredients end up making it all pretty neutral. Because when it unloads, that lead arm swings. A couple of minutes left, let me know. Double tap the screen, why not? If you've been watching, if you've enjoyed it. And go check out these all-weather gloves from GX Golf Gloves. Make sure you put in my code, good coaching. You get 10% off the order, and they know where you've come from, which helps the channel. That's all I'll say. Kazoo, Rob K. Stuart, I feel like I am starting ball left and bending more left. Club face too closed. Yes, if you're past neutral, club face too closed. Just make sure most people don't, when they go back, they don't trade off the push with the trail foot and the push down with the lead arm, which puts kink in that lead arm there. That then translates itself into more loft at the top of the backswing rather than so much bow. And that will fix that face to path value, promise you, immediately. But just check out that video that's dropping tomorrow, 9 o'clock. That's about it for me. It's been a lovely hour. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I'm going to be back tomorrow, be in the afternoon, probably similar sort of time. Do check in. I'll have the young hound with me. We'll be outside, and where we'll find ourselves, who knows. Keeps you on your toes. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate all of you for stopping by and supporting the channel. Double tick or double click to like the stream would be greatly appreciated. And I'll see you all next time.